Shadasan here. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the final installment in my meditation series. First and foremost, if you've made it here so far, thank you for participating in the series. If you've just watched the video, or if you've read the post, whichever, I just want to say thank you. I've really appreciated all the comments. I'm really grateful and I'm happy to have done this series. I really enjoyed doing the series for everybody. Creating this series was so much fun because I learned so much about meditation that I didn't even know I didn't know, from brainwave information. And I encourage you all to please look at the resources in the description below and please read the post because I have a few other thoughts in there that I want to share along with the stuff I'm going to share here. So I hope you all have enjoyed this so far. If you have any thoughts, if you have any things that I didn't cover, please let me know in the comments, either on the post or in the comments below. Send me a message on Twitter. DMs should be open, and let me know. So with this being the last part of the series, I wanted to share a couple things that I felt like I needed to cover. First and foremost, the biggest thing is that I feel like with meditation, a lot of people think that meditation needs to be practiced in front of an altar or near an altar. For example, my altar is right behind me. I don't think you'll be able to see it in the video, but that being said, you don't have to necessarily practice at an altar to do meditation, and meditation can be done anywhere. As I mentioned in the post, I did a meditation while I was on a train one time taking a trip, and I fell asleep. That's how relaxed I was, and that was my intention. Also, I want to say that you can do meditation at an altar if that works for you. There's no problem. I just feel like you don't want to get stuck in that idea that you have to do it in some place. I like meditating outside, whether that's doing a focused meditation, listening to music like I did on the train, or something else in particular that works. The only time I really do meditations at my altar really are when I'm doing my daily practice. I meditate at my altar every morning. I also meditate before I get up, do some short breathing exercises as a form of meditation. And I also do meditation when I'm trying to connect to either a deity that I might be working with, a spirit. Since I do a lot of spirit work, it's mostly just a particular spirit guide or guides. It might be somebody who's passed away. It really will depend, but I like to meditate beforehand. Also, for example, with ritual and spell work, if I'm doing ritual, I like to incorporate a meditation, even if it's something really short. Also, I like to do that when I'm spellcasting or when I'm crafting spells. I like to meditate on my intention as well. So, which brings me to my next point. I feel like with meditation, people find it difficult to make time for it, and it doesn't have to be super difficult. I think that meditation can be beneficial and can be incorporated into your routine. And I bring this up first before I bring up some other things, because meditation can be incorporated into your routine. For example, when I wake up every morning, like I said, I do stuff. I also like to meditate before I go to sleep. It helps me relax. And I also like to meditate before I do any type of divination work to keep me grounded and centered. And that might be a grounding meditation, or a meditation to keep me focused, or a meditation to connect. It depends on the meditation, depends on what I'm trying to do. But it could be as simple as, if you have 5 minutes every morning before you get started with your day, maybe you have coffee brewing, you can take a quick few minutes to do some breathing exercises. Or if you're a yoga person, you can incorporate meditation into your yoga routine. If you have time in the shower, even, you can do a meditation with that as well. And maybe you want to practice walking meditations, you can do that if you take a short walk during the day. Maybe you're working from home and you want to take some time out, on a break, you can do that. Like, you can eat and then meditate, or you can meditate before going back to your shift, before your shift starts, little things like that. Or let's say you're not working from home, but you got 5 minutes before you enter your workspace, you can meditate then. Or let's say you have time before you get into your home. If you work out of your home or away from your home for right now, for whatever reason, you're an essential worker, you can do that. wherever you have these little moments in time where you have the ability to meditate, that can help as well. And the other thing I want to mention too with this, in terms of meditating and meditation in general, is you don't always need a candle or incense. You don't even need, something like this crystal, or anything like that. I just picked one up. It's just a little crystal that I grabbed from nearby. But it could be anything. It could be, incense, for example, candles. You don't have to light a candle or burn incense every time you meditate. If that works for you, definitely do it, for sure. But I just want to say that it's not like a requirement or anything. I burn candles and incense when I can, but I also know that like during fire season, I generally don't. Or if I run out of lighter or run out of matches, fluid, whatever, if I can't do it, I can't do it. It's not like a requirement. But when I am making those connections, like I mentioned before with spirit, I might do that as an offering. I might do that to focus beforehand. I might light a candle to represent something. For example, like my god or my goddess, my spirit guides, whichever of the two, depending on your practice and tradition and all of that. So that in mind, you don't have to necessarily use that. And if you're in a situation, like for example, I've lived in situations whereby I couldn't, actually burn anything. So incense or candles, whichever. And if you're in that situation, just use what you have available. If you have rocks in your area, use those to help you focus. If you have pictures and you can see well enough to do that, use that. If you don't have pictures and you can't see the pictures, make something that works for you that's in your environment. Use the seasons around you to help you. It doesn't have to be super complex. You can use a cup, you can, a cup of water, or depending on what you're trying to do with meditation. The reason I say cup of water is because I used to use that to represent water, for example, if I was working with the element of water. But if I was working with candles, I'd use a crystal. I would use a candle that was unlit, an incense stick that was unlit, and use my visualization, which helps hone your visualization skills. So these are just some ideas. If you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments. But you could do other things as well, and I mentioned a few other things in the post, like using what works for you. And this brings me to my final point with meditation, and it kind of goes more along with the point on making time. Don't feel guilty if you can't make time for it. And I know that sounds contradictory and really strange, but people, there's no reason to feel guilty for not being able to meditate, because I've seen this happen. They're like, oh, and myself included, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to meditate. I forgot to get it done, meditate each day. And if you can't do that, don't double it up unless you feel like you need to. Break it up. I like to break it up. So like if I don't meditate, say tonight, I will meditate tomorrow morning before I get up, as I set my intention for the day, at my altar. Or if I don't do the one in the morning, like before I get up, I will do the one at my altar, and then I'll do a little short meditation before I do anything else. Let's say I'm in between tasks, like I'm in between looking for a job and I'm gonna go have dinner. Before I go have dinner, I might do a quick breathing meditation and a quick, offering or prayer or whatever. Maybe I want to meditate before I do any of those things. So maybe I might do some breathing exercises, or I might just ground myself through a meditation, or listen to a short 2-3 minute guided meditation. Or if I want to make that connection and I need a little bit longer, I'll set aside a few minutes to make that connection and make sure that I'm doing that as part of my day. So just do what you can, but there's no need to feel guilty. So this is just some thoughts that I've had. I encourage you to please read the blog post in addition to checking out the resources below. If you like what you see so far, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I really enjoyed making this series for you all. So I hope you guys have a lot of new tips and ideas. Maybe this has inspired you. I really want to know your thoughts on the series. What do you think I should cover? Is there something I didn't cover? Please, if so, let me know. And if I haven't covered it, I will cover it as soon as I can. So please leave a comment with what you liked, disliked, I didn't get to, you name it. I want to know. So let me know in the comments, and I'll speak to you all soon. Many blessings.